Dukey, a few weeks since your last match, how did it feel out there?
Yeah, for me it was important to get some match minutes. Obviously my season finished a long time ago and my last minutes was in the World Cup qualifiers. So I've had a decent break in between and nice to get 60 minutes under my belt, and I felt pretty good out there.
And Bahrain were happy to sit back. Felt like there was a bit of frustration there as the game wore on. What are the areas that the team needs to work on ahead of India?
Yeah, I think we had a bit of a test of everything in that game, and we got to learn how to deal with each experience during the game, I guess. Obviously, when they're sitting back in the block, not to get frustrated and open them up and shift the ball side to side and know how to break teams down, because we're going to expect that in the Asian Cup with some Asian teams that we'll be playing against, and they're probably just going to try and get us on the counter. So we can be better at that for sure, finding pockets and maybe being a bit more ruthless as well, like when we're in crossing areas, maybe to whip the ball in more and put it into dangerous areas. But I think that's what today was perfect for. A great learning experience, boys getting minutes in the legs, getting the rustiness out and moving forward.
And talk us through that chance just before half time. So close.
Honestly, I should have done so much better with it. I saw that it bounced so high and the keeper kind of approached and I thought he was just continuing to come, but he stopped and I've just committed to jump in the air and tried to do it for the cameras, and it didn't come off, unfortunately. I could have probably waited and literally just placed it into the goal. But again, maybe some of my match rustiness as well. I forced that decision, and I was happy to still get a goal in the second half. But those moments will count more, especially in the tournament, and I'll make sure I do better next time.
And talk us through, I suppose you touched on it a little bit, this match and how it, I suppose, provided a great opportunity for you to face a side that was going to sit in a low block and you were going to have to break down. There's a lot to take away from tonight.
Yeah, loads. And obviously there's a few new faces into the team. You could see Arnie experimented with a few players as well, just to mesh everyone in, get the understanding with the boys. So there was always going to be moments of maybe not necessarily sloppiness, but either miscommunication or silly mistakes that we're not used to players' runs and movements and things like that. So everything was perfect for today's game to get that out and learn. And I thought the boys still did a great job, but of course a lot of improvement in there, and we'll take a lot from today's game.
Last match before the start of the tournament, how excited are you to get to Doha?
Oh mate, massive. The boys, the spirits are high, and we have a huge expectation for ourselves, and we want to do the nation proud.
And the build-up from now until India, what does that look like for you personally and for the team as a whole?
Yeah, of course, all the boys that played a good amount of minutes today obviously do recovery, do everything right. We've got travel as well in a couple of days to make sure we do everything right and keep our bodies in the best shape possible for tournament football, short turnarounds, and making sure we're in the best nick possible in every game.
And lastly, a well-worth goal there at the end in the second half for you. Talk us through that a little bit, and again, nice to get on the score sheet for you.
Yeah, it was great. Again, came from a nice cross. Gethin did great to manoeuvre the ball and then played it back to Aidan O'Neill. Great first time cross, and Goody perfectly put on a platter for me. I just had to, in an open net, strikers get very excited about goals like that, very easy, and I just had to guide it in the net, and I was very happy and thankful for Goody to give me that assist.
Let's get you 12.
13th goal. That was the 13th. Make sure you get those stats right.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.